Alrighty, boys and girls, well, we got another situation again in the market. Bitcoin just went below 60K again yesterday, and now it's kind of flirting with that 60K, trying to get back up. What's happening with the market? Should we be worried again? Sure, right? So we're going towards the lows again, and that promised bull market hasn't happened yet, right? What's going on? So let's go through this in today's video, guys. We're gonna look into that and what's happening exactly. So with no further ado, let's get into it. You know what to do. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. So, you know, guys, by now we've been looking at this monthly chart on Bitcoin. So this is by far the most important chart right now that you should be looking at every day if you are that kind of person. So what you really need to know, or what we really need to know actually now to stay calm and collected and strong diamond handed, right, is that we are having this strong support on the monthly chart, which this green box here, which comes from that 2021 bull market top, right? And historically, again, we're gonna repeat that, but just for the new people here. So 2023 was an accumulation year, right? So this is not a bull market, even though we got rich here, right? We bought here, we got rich here. If you joined in 2024, well, stick around because you want to know what's gonna happen. So 2024 is actually that halving year, which is not usually the year where we get the bull market, and which is a choppy year, and we do get pumps, right? So we did get a pump, but not unless, right? And this is the halving year, right? And usually by the end of it this is where we see the bull market. So with all those things in mind, we expecting a bull market, and that's how we don't get shaken out by what's going on in the market day to day, right? When we see Bitcoin going up, going down, Bitcoin rejecting here and there, and people just freak out, right? And by now I do think that most of the spaghetti hands are gone, most of the cheats are gone, most of the disbelievers, people that were here just for some short fun, they left, right? They did not get any fun and they just lost their money and they left. And people that come in with the expectations of quick gains never make it in this market, and they usually get wrecked, and they usually come back when the prices are higher, or they bought in 2024 when the prices were higher, and they will come back when the prices were higher. But coming back to this monthly chart here, guys, because it's holding here, the idea was that this August candle is gonna still close red, right? And remember when I told you that, like, we had this March green candle on the monthly, then April red, then May green, then June red, then July green, then August red, right? So if you are trading Bitcoin, you want to know this, right? So if you go to this monthly candle and you activate this magnet here, and it's gonna help you to put right at the top of it, which is the open, right, time when the monthly candle opened, right? You press there, you put a line, it gives you that monthly open, right? So if the price goes above it, then this candle turns green, right? It's very simple, right? So if we go back to, let's say, the 4 hour, and what we notice is, right, the price went right into it, like tapped it first time, then the second time, then rejected of it, right? Because to keep the monthly candle red, right? We don't know who is doing that, right? Conspiracy theories and stuff like that, but usually when you get used to these candles and you know how they look like and the shape they take and all that stuff, you know that we very rarely we're gonna get a candle, a monthly candle that's gonna close right green here and leave a long wick down. That usually doesn't happen, and that's what we've seen happening here, right? So if you remember, I told you guys we're gonna possibly see a rejection from this 64, then down to 58, sweep these lows. This is also a weekly open, and then we reverse back up higher in September. So now we've got 2-3 days left to complete August, and then we're gonna have September where we could still actually now break through the 64K. Then we have permission from the monthly candles that they look like that now, right? They look like this. So we don't know how this exactly will close. We have 2 days, maybe we're gonna close right around 60K, right around 58K, whatever, right? It doesn't matter. But here, since March, where we got one green, one red, one green, one red, one green, it's very likely we'll get one green September. Especially now, if we were supposed to have a recession crazy dump to happen, it's supposed to be this August here, right? It should have been here and right then and there at 49K. If we went below 50K, if there were any more bears or any more sellers ready to sell more, they should have sold there, but they didn't, right? So it's kind of like this monthly candle here, this July one, we shrugged off the German selling, the government selling, and we had a lot of selling. Then here we had some more more selling, and we shrugged off a lot of selling, which tells me September is very likely to be green, and that we're gonna move above that August open, which is 64k, which means we're possibly gonna head towards 67, and we might get a breakout finally. If we go back here, this is the daily candles, so it's very likely that this was the low, right? This 49k was the actual low, with the most of the selling and most of the craziness happened here, and now we're just rejected from the monthly candle, as I explained why we did that, and we possibly see a breakout. So if we do actually see a green September, this will tell us that this was the actual low, and then we finally see the breakout towards end of year because of the elections, right? And because of rate cuts coming soon, and most of the bearish stuff already happened, and we have a lot of bullish stuff. We do have also those ETFs, like people that like those ETFs and inflows and BlackRock buying and saving us and all that stuff from those spaghetti hands. So this week we got more inflows, right? It's like this is the Bitcoin spot ETF cumulative flow, right? It's just been going up, right? The banks are buying, they don't care, they're not scared, they're buying, they don't care. We've got $86 million from Bybit, which is BlackRock, and then we got 64 million here from FBTC. And this is possibly what's keeping us really afloat right now, right? With all the spaghetti hands and the government selling and everybody selling here, it's really what's keeping us afloat. But it's gonna be something that's we're gonna regret later on in the cycle, unfortunately, right? If the big banks are buying here, you'd expect them to be looking for some decent gains in the future, right? So what they will be looking at, right, like instead of the 5% or 10% from the S&P or whatnot, they'll be expecting maybe a 50% or maybe 100%. Why not from Bitcoin, right? So what if they are expecting 100%? So if they're expecting a 50%, this means they're expecting a 90k or 100k Bitcoin, and if they're expecting higher, they're expecting maybe 100%, which is gonna be around maybe 120k Bitcoin, right? Like right here, if they're actually here for like to play the cycle, to play the bull cycle, sell high, buy low and stuff like that, rather than just investing over a long-term time frame. Or basically maybe that's what they're doing, possibly maybe they're gonna de-risk also, right? When they're gonna see 120k Bitcoin or something like that, maybe they're gonna start to de-risk here. Or maybe because of their clients, they're gonna get more FOMO, right? Their clients gonna have more FOMO, and they're gonna try to buy more Bitcoin as we go up. So that's a good thing for them, as they get fees for holding these ETFs for their clients for buying Bitcoin. So that's all good for them. But just a side note, right? If they are buying here, they're expecting way higher price, right? Way higher, and much higher than what they get usually in traditional markets. So that's the thing here. That's what's happened. It's like we were expecting the 64k 600, like that monthly open, right? We were expecting that. I told you that in previous videos, guys. I told you like we're gonna see this, then a reversal back down here just to shake out everybody, then down back up here. So we might see another touch of 68k, right? And then another fear, right? Like a fear, September fear or something. Or we might start like literally now we have 2 days, maybe we go back up here, then start September red, like freak out everyone September, because now for some reason everybody now thinks that September is usually a bad month for Bitcoin, which historically is the truth, but now everybody knows it. It's not anymore an edge. Or if everybody knows about it, right, and you are a market maker, or you are the one moving the chart basically, and you know everybody's expecting red in September and you want them to get wrecked, well, you will want to fake them out a little bit, right? You will want to give them some bias, right? You will want to show them that they are right. Like let's start September red, let's show them they are right. Let's get them to short here, let's get them heavily shorting, and then we reverse back up here, squeeze them, get them liquidated, get their money, and then we reverse back up higher. And this would all happen within September, right? Like we're gonna have maybe a shakeout down just to convince everyone that September is a bad month, right? This whole astrology thinking of monthly September, which is true, but it's just a funny thing that everybody knows about it now. Pump that back up here, and that's it, right? We might set another low in September, and that's about it, right? Yeah, October, November, December bull market, then the major altcoin season that we're all waiting for our lovely meme coins is gonna be around that, right? December, January, February, March, April, right? And then you're gonna have May, comes May, and sell and go away, right? But funny enough, in May, we're gonna have most of the viewers coming back into the market, and everybody starting to buy. So that's the way the markets are, guys, right? And we can't do much about it. Like everybody likes to buy high and sell low, and now that the market is actually giving dips, everybody's thinking we're going way lower, and once we're gonna go higher, everybody's gonna think we're going way higher. So that's how the markets are now. So if you know what's gonna happen, you are usually prepared, you don't freak out. That's why I share with you guys these things, right? Like I try to share with you what I think Bitcoin is gonna do, so that you stay prepared, so you don't freak out, so you don't panic sell, most importantly, because that's what gets people mostly wrecked, and panic buy at the highs. And when you expect some moves, you know it's gonna happen, right? For you, if you've been watching, you know that you were prepared for 64k rejection down to 58 or 59, then back up again, right? And if you know that we're gonna have possibly green September, then from there we move on forward. You know what to expect in the future. It keeps you calm and ready for what's happening, or for what's to come, or for what we are looking at, right? And everything is showing and pointing towards an actual massive bull market. So that's what we keep our eyes on. That's what we focus on for now, right? We know that is happening, it's coming. Big banks are buying here, expecting higher. Everybody with big money is expecting higher, but everyone with mid to low portfolios is expecting lower or freaking out. So this just tells me that we're gonna keep going higher. And historically, guys, again, right, each time after the halving year, we do have a bull market. So it's all lining up here. We expect that to happen. And when it comes to meme coins, as we all know here, we are big on meme coins. They're gonna be the biggest gainers. There is nothing nobody can do about that. They are gonna be the biggest gainers. They are gonna be the best performing asset the world has ever seen, and it's possibly gonna be led by this green handsome frog leading the meme coins to the moon this cycle. And the numbers you see here are going to be 10 to 20 times higher, at least, from what they are today, right? Rate cuts are coming. People are going to get super rich. Banks are going to start giving loans and debts. Debts is going to be very cheap. And people are going to be selling their cars to buy meme coins, selling their houses, borrowing money for free, buying everything they can, because it's a bull market. So it's coming, and meme coins are going to be leading. So you better be on the right ones. And if you don't know which ones you want to get into, you can join my Discord, link in the description. It's free to join. You can follow me on Twitter as well, link in the description, or you can watch any of my previous meme coins videos. And thank you so much for watching today's video. Stay calm, keep stacking and hodling. Bull market is coming, and see you on the next one. Cheers.